have a matrix that's 5 by 2 right over here, right?
Yeah.
With meaning 5 rows and 2 columns, so 10 entries, right? And then what's the half going to do? It's going to take every single one of those entries and divide it by 2. But is it going to change the dimension? See, so multiplying by a scalar does not change the dimension. This will not change dimensions of CA. Now you know. So if you get something like this on the test, you'll know, right? So that is all or nothing. It's a mark. That's all or nothing for part A. That's part A. Let's take a look at part B. What are the dimensions of AC? A has dimensions 3 by 2, and C has dimensions 5 by 3. The inners don't even match. They're not equal, right? And if the inners don't match, there's no solution. Okay? This one, the answer was, what did we say, 5 by 2? Yeah. Any questions so far? Aria, does this make any sense? Yes.
D and E is like undefined, right?
D
like
doesn't exist.
okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, that one was all or nothing as well. Okay, the next one, number 4. Can I erase the board? Or sorry, is there anybody who does not? Is there anybody who's still writing? All right. Can you two zip it? Find something else to do. What, Arch? What are you doing?
I was asking.
Was it math?
I'm marking a quiz.
Okay, so mark the quiz. And Chris, what are you doing?
I'm marking a quiz.
So turn around.
We're deliberating.
No, don't deliberate. Use your own brain. They're big enough. As small as they are, they're big enough. Okay. 4. Using a 2 by 2 coding format of a coding, using a 2 by 2 coding format and a coding matrix of so and so. Write the scrambled matrix for the word love using the alphanumeric system used in class. Okay. Fine. So, for those of you that are smarter than I am, you wouldn't waste your time doing this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. I missed the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20, what do I need, a V? 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. Does that look good?
Yeah.
Then why does mine look so stupid?
I wrote it.
No. I have a 12. I'm just looking at my answer. I have a 12, a 15, a 22, and a 5. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so you don't have to do this, but what you want to be aware of is the following. The whole point, the way in which the scrambling and descrambling works was that you would take your matrix, you would take your coding matrix, multiply it by your matrix, right? But then recognize the fact that when you wanted to descramble it or unscramble it, you have that because that is the same thing as that, which gives the identity times the original, which gives you back I. So, sorry, which gives you back the original matrix. So the coding is actually right here. This is the coding part. And so to code, we have 1, 2, -1, -1, 12, 15, 22, 5. Is that what you guys have? 12, 15, 22, 5. Okay. And what do we have? We have a 12 and a 42, 52, 54. I have 56. 12 and 44 is 56, correct? We can go this way. We have a 15 and a 10 is a 25. We have a negative 12 and a negative 22, negative 34. Yeah. And I have a negative 20.
Oh, no, that's one.
Does that look right? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, must have.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
So I made this 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's tougher. Obviously, a 3. If they have to show the final matrix to have it right. If they made a mistake in the lettering, but they did everything right, take off only a mark, and otherwise they get a mark out of 3.
And then they can argue.
One more.
And they can argue with me later for anything else.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not that complicated.
What if
Right?
some people did like MC instead? M times C.
Okay.
Matrix
So,
times C.
what do you guys think? This is a good discussion. So, let's talk about that. So, if you do M times C, should that be cool?
It works only if when you
If
do
you're-
the
you
decoding matrix
the inverse on the
on the end, yeah.
You have to multiply the inverse on the end.
As long as the person decoding knows you did it that way, it's fine.
As long as the person doing the decoding knows you did it that way. Does that seem reasonable?
Two answers.
Does that seem reasonable? Okay. I think that seems reasonable. That's for you guys to think about. I like that. I like that. Yes.
What if everything is done right, but the negatives are on the bottom instead of the top? I mean, the top instead of the bottom.
No. It's a 1, and they can argue with me. Yes.
What if everything's done right, and then after that they went and did some crazy stuff about doing the inverse of
So
the
one.
right answer?
Why? If they got everything right.
They
No,
got they got that matrix
Doesn't
right.
matter, but then are they writing that? Are they indicating that that is their final answer?
Yeah.
Right? I personally, you know what I'd actually like you guys to do for your final solutions in my class? Double underline. Do that for me. Why are you making that face? This is so hard to go. Why? Your hand doesn't write that way? Double underline it. That way I know what your final answer is. Let's just agree on a convention. Double underline.
And that's gonna.
No box. You'll live without a box.
No, she's literally. No,
I know, I taught her. She will. She will, because I know that marks mean more to her than the box. As much as it pains her.
How many marks? 1 to 4 MC?
Oh, if you did it the other way? We'll give you the full mark. We'll give you the full mark.
Oh, wait. It's not played.
Sorry? If you do MC, let's see. You did MC. Who has a net?
You did MC?
Who has-
I did MC.
Who has a net?
That's beautiful.
So let's do it. 12 by 15, 22 by 5, 1 by 2, -1 by -1, right? So we got 12 and -15 is 3, correct? Double check my work.
Negative.
12 and -15 is -3. We have 24 and -15 is 9, right? 22 and -5 is 17, I think. We got 44. What do we have? 19. Double check that.
You'll see it like.
Double check that.
그러니까 두 개다 맞아. 근데 30분은
I don't know. If you see the right answer,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That
That's
44 minus 5.
that doesn't seem right. Let's double check. Hang on. 12 minus 15. That's -3. 24 and minus 15, which is 9, right?
No,
And-
bottom right.
Bottom right, you're saying?
It's 39.
44 minus 5 is 39.
So what's the right answer?
1 to 15.
That, let me double check the 17. 22 minus 5. Yeah, 22 minus 5 is 17. Hang on, let's make that a little tighter. Yeah.
1 if everything's right, but the answer is wrong.
No.
0?
1. Okay, next. Shh. I don't have time. Is there anybody still writing the board? Annie, are you still writing on the board? Writing the stuff on the board?
Yeah, but you have to make sure that you do it on the outside.
All right, where is this thing? Check my drawing, guys. Is that correct? Do I have the arrows right? Okay, I'm going to write some degrees here. I'm going to call this degree 3. I'm going to call this degree 2. I'm going to call this degree 2.
Oh, that's degree 2.
2.
A,
3. Okay, good. Very good. Good to know that someone's listening. A. Is it traceable?
Yeah.
Why?
It doesn't specify why.
I know, but it's coming. B. Is it complete?
No.
Oh, hell. Why?
I don't know.
I don't remember the definition.
Because all
of
the
complete.
points
What's the definition of complete? Chris.
All points are at a direct link to each other. And
So
they-
you grab any two vertices and they have to be
And they're all
adjacent, meaning there has to be an edge. So if I grab D and B, there is no direct communication between the two of them, therefore it is not complete. Planar.
Yes.
If so, redraw it. I'm going to take that and I'm going to go like this. It is planar. No.
No, I should go for A.
No, 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 no.
But planar doesn't mean that planar means it can be redrawn.
Remember, it's the two-dimensional surface idea. If you can take your network and you can redraw it on a two-dimensional surface such that none of the edges, which are the lines, right, ever cross.
Oh yeah, and also,
The planar.
Okay, hang on. Other than boats crashing into each other? Or like phone lines that have to run on a flat surface that can't go above?
Similar to that. For,
Well, let me guess. EMF. Or electromagnetic interference.
No, for printing circuit boards, like let's say a motherboard of a computer.
Hey.
Then we're trying to print wires on a two-dimensional circuit. You
planar.
can't have crossing wires anywhere. You
And-
just figure
I was going to
like
say,
if that's
to watch
possible
them.
mathematically and stuff like that.
Did you guys hear what the man said? Smart. Yeah, a computer chip. That piece of silicon is a two-dimensional world, right? So you have to live on a two-dimensional world.
It totally has like nodes and places that have to be connected. You have to choose where to put them and what can be connected.
And actually, I think it's really good because if I'm not mistaken, Miss Kara Giorgio gave me a book of hers, and the book that has the stuff in it is all the stuff is written by computer people, whether they be hardware developers or software developers, or so I'm not surprised. I imagine that it would be written in her book. If you can even give it to you, and you can check. That is excellent. Value added. I don't have any dessert today.
Okay.
We'll keep you in mind.
I don't need dessert.
Sorry?
I still like boats crashing too. It's fun. Yeah.
But for number C, it is not planar, right?
It is planar because the edges were crossing here, right? The chip was not. I couldn't make the chip with the communication I wanted, but I was able to say, okay, instead of, I like this computer thing. Instead of making a line go between C and D over here, I have some space over here. I'm just going to connect A and D over here, and therefore nothing crosses.
But number C is for this draw, right?
Oh, so sorry, C. Well, C, is it planar? The answer is yes, and then it says redraw it as such below. So if your answer was no, it's not planar, then there's no drawing. But if your answer was yes, it's planar, then there's a drawing. So A is worth a mark. 1 for yes, nothing for no. B is 1 for no, nothing for yes. C is 1 for yes, nothing for no. D, if they wrote yes, it's planar, but they screwed up the redraw, you can give them a half mark.
What if they say no and drew?
They drew it correctly?
Yes.
Give them a half mark.
Can you explain my reason?
Do we really want to hear the yes? What is it?
Okay, just do that. Yeah, sir.
I know what the reason is going to be. It's not planar yet, but now I'm going to redraw it for you in a planar way.
Yeah.
You're still getting a half mark. Because by definition, the network is planar if it can be drawn in that way. I know what you're
As soon
saying.
as I saw the X, I'm like, hey, it's not planar.
Then you made it planar.
Yeah.
But it's the same network, because the network is defined by the types of...
Changed it to make it planar.
No, but the network, the integrity of the network is the same in terms of the communication lines. I mean, that's like saying, what you're basically saying is, Arya, here's a network, okay? What you're basically saying is this network is different than this network. Like, well, those are different networks. Well, no, they're not. In terms of what, I mean, the line is longer here, but that's not, in terms of what we're learning in this course, that is not, the physical drawing is not. Next. Shh. Guys, it's too rowdy. It's too rowdy.
For that, couldn't you do B to C instead of A to B? Or, yeah,
Yes, of course. As long as you can find a way to maintain the integrity of communication and eliminate the crossing of the edges. You could have bent the other one around. Yes. Okay. Anybody still writing what's on the board? All right. Do you guys want to learn Gaussian elimination in this course? Who says yes? Okay, ask. Oh, I shouldn't have erased it. Okay. Given the drawing, you had to come up with a solution representing the maximum. Sorry. Shh, put up your hand. Oh yeah, E. Oh. Justify your solution to 5a with an explanation. Exactly. I can't hear you, Michelle. I know you were going to say it. Odd what? 2 odd vertices. Right? There were 2 vertices that were of odd degree. Right? The rest, even. Right? It doesn't matter if they're degree 3, 5, 7, 1, 9, right? As long as they're odd. Yes.
What if somebody thought that it's like 5C? Because they specifically say planar means that the edges.
What if somebody what?
Thought that it's because it says justify your solution to 5A, but it's handwritten, so they thought it was 5C.
That looks like a C?
Because they specifically wrote planar.
Who draws a C like this?
Well, I don't know, but like if they said like traceable means
No, they get 0 and then they can argue with me.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? You can give everybody, if it's wrong, you can give them a 1 out of 2.
But it's not
No,
wrong.
Just give them a 1
Okay.
and they can argue with it. Okay? If the answer is incorrect, give them a 1. If the answer is correct, give them a 2. And if they have something legitimate, they can discuss that with me individually. Okay, I'm not redrawing it. You have the picture. Write a matrix representing the number of ways of communication between any 2 letters with a maximum of 2 indirect intermediates in the line of communication. Read carefully what is asked so that you answer correctly. So, the way I see it is if I define A, you guys remember this means by definition, the 3 lines? If I define A as the matrix representing direct communication between any 2 letters, let's say, then I would say the solution to this question would be equal to A plus A squared plus A cubed, I think. Unless you guys think I'm wrong. I'm just a person like you. So I made up every single one of these questions. So I didn't take them from a book, so let's think about it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Between any, okay, so write a matrix representing the number of ways of communication between 2 letters with a maximum of 2 indirect intermediates. So what's the minimum, what's the fastest or shortest mode of communication between any 2? Direct, which is And then the next level, indirect through, which is a squared, excuse me. And then the next one is
Two intermediate.
communication through two intermediates, and that's it, right? And I said maximum, right? So maximum means all possible scenarios below indirect communication through two intermediates, which includes this and this. Questions, Antonio? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How did you know it was like a squared and it was a cubed?
You know, I remember when we were doing this in class, and I was taking you guys through the logic of how this works. And what did you say to me? Do you remember, Kim? I just memorize it. I know.
No, I remember that it's like one less than what it is.
Right.
I know that, but like.
So what is this course? What would this be? What would the give me a question that this is an answer to?
Exact two.
Yeah.
Communication through. It's a matrix representing communication between any pair of letters through exactly two intermediates. And this is this is indirect communication between any two letters through exactly one intermediate. And this is direct communication between any two letters. So, any one of these possibilities fits the criteria of maximum of two indirect. This is the maximum, this is less than, but it's still, right? The question was less than, and this is less than. So having said that, all you had to do was, what did you have to do? You had to get the right matrix down first. How many of you want me to redraw the picture and show you how I build A? I'll do it. If you want. Does anybody want me? Okay. At least somebody in this room is honest. Guys, check my work, please. Something's too much, right? Like that?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay, so I'm going to go like this. And please, I don't know if you did it for the, please, remember what I said for my, so my life can be easy in terms of marking this stuff. Alpha order for letters. You know what I'm saying? Running down the column and across the row. So we have A, B, C, C, D. We have A, B, C, D. Agreed? Does A talk to him or herself or itself? No. Does B communicate to C to A? Yes. I know, but I'll go through it. I have it, but I'll go through it a little bit just so that people who want to understand how. Does C communicate to A? Yes. Does D communicate to A? Yes. Does these make sense?
I will say, you know, because all the connections are two-way.
Absolutely.
Because every connection has an arrow at the end.
Except for C and D though. Leon. C and D don't.
Okay, that's a little slanted, but who got that for their initial matrix?
Yeah.
0, 1, 1, 10, 10, 11, 00, 10, 10. Yes.
What if someone just like...
We're not even let me finish and then we can discuss. Okay? So now we need the thing, right? So make sure you know how to do this.
Sir, CDs. No, you're right. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's all good. You know, technically you could cheat the whole damn thing and just count. Look at the picture.
That's what
Right? Why not? If you don't know how to do it, if you're not sure about doing it mathematically, just look at the damn picture and count. Yeah.
One of them for CD you wrote 0, and then the other CD you wrote 1.
I like this switch to CDs.
Yeah, there's only one way to connection.
C to D.
My bad
There's
again.
zeros there.
What are you talking about? What did I do wrong?
No,
Like,
I
no,
remember
I
what I
was saying,
said.
what if someone
Both
just
times.
switched the D's and C's?
The orders?
No, like, they put a...
Oh, they got this backwards, like they got that going that way? Well, that's a problem.
What if they just...
I will tell you're asking me about marks right now, right? I want to finish the question first. Okay, then we'll discuss marks. Where the hell is this? Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
2 seconds, sir.
It's not 2 seconds, it's like 50 seconds. Hell with you.
No, I didn't see the note.
Arash, you should film this.
Okay.
What do you mean you can't? Oh, I don't want to see any of it. I just want H. We should rename this the Wan Wu file, right? Let's do that.
You're gonna have to turn off the lights though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you turn off the lights?
I'm going to call it the Wan Wu.
Foundation.
No, the Wan Wu 1.12.
All of us, we got the exact same.
Did you take it?
It moved it to the bottom.
Okay. Wan Wu 1.12. This presentation has been brought to you by Wan Wu. Now, whatever, just in case, not that it really matters in this particular problem. Do we all know how to reset these things?
Yeah.
You guys follow that? We're good with that? Michelle? We're good with that? You were biting your nail, I don't know if that was what that meant.
No, I know.
Okay. No dessert today, Michelle. How was the dessert, by the way?
She's
It was good?
That's Nicole.
Damn it, I'm calling you Michelle. Why didn't you tell me everything?
I did.
Oh, you did. So it was good dessert? I
Yeah.
can't remember. What did you get?
With chocolate cheesecake.
Chocolate cheesecake, and it was good. And Shiva, you had the triple layer.
Yeah.
I think you got the one. No, and Arash's was the was a good one, right?
red, yeah.
Yeah, Shevins was having a good time with that one the other day. She was all by herself on her desk. And like, close the doors, leave me alone. Okay, anyways, might have to edit that.
John was here.
Okay, so let me go over that again. So I need to access the matrix world, which is in yellow over here. So I use the yellow button and I press this and this pops up. But I need to program, I need to enter a matrix. When you're under names, this is the area you use to actually access matrices you've already programmed. So I need to program, or input rather, matrix. So I go to edit and I'm going to call matrix A, A, B, C, D, a 4x4, right? A 4x4. And we're going to hop down here, and we got this thing. Remember what I said? When I say it's important, in this case it doesn't matter. You have a negative number that you have to enter. Anytime you use a lead negative, anywhere, use that, right? If I had to enter a -4 and I put this in, -4, it'll take it, but then you'll get an error later on if you use that matrix in a calculation. So make a note of that.
Who won't take it?
You won't even take it? Let's try. -4. Yeah, I'll take it.
No, you did the regular.
Oh, I used the right one? Yeah, you're right. Okay, good. So you don't have to be so smart. Thank you. Where were we? Edit. 1. Down to here. 0 triple 1. 0 triple 1.
Rush.
10 10. 1101, yeah. 1000. Is that it? Did you guys double check? We'll see in a second. Okay, so now the matrix is entered and I don't need anything else. Now all I need to do is utilize that matrix to perform the calculation. And I want to hit the general screen for that. So I'm going to quit this screen because this is entered. Second function, quit. And now I'm just going to type this in. And I want, this is kind of annoying, but whatever. It would be cool if you could copy paste. Same place, the matrix, but I stay under names and now I access that matrix. It's A under number 1, or you could hit enter. Plus, I need it again. I need it again, but this time I need to square it. I need it again, but this time I need to cube it. That's an exponent right there, guys. That's a general exponent. Okay? hit enter, cross my fingers. Is this what I had? Triple sixes across the top, 74, 54, 76, 56, 42, 22. Okay, so.
Sir, did we need to include those numbers, or if you did the a plus a squared plus a3?
Of course you need to include the numbers. Write a matrix.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
But would it be
This is not a matrix.
No, because like, what if you mess it, like on mine, I thought there was a connection from C to D.
Yes,
There's a 1. Like,
Why
I
did
didn't
you-
see the arrow.
There is a connection from C to D.
No, from D to C.
Well, because you can't do C. I don't know what you're
Like
doing.
you did, like you did the
I didn't draw one in.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
I
It
see
does look
that.
like there's an arrow there.
It does not. This looks like. This
Okay,
is
I know,
proof.
but like it's
Proof.
So you get everything past 2 actually.
Hang on, man. Come on, use your brain.
It's not focusing, right?
It's perfect. C to D. Where the hell is the arrow? I don't see any arrow indicated over here. Unless you sneezed on your paper.
I don't believe.
And if you sneezed on your paper and it formed an arrow, that's like a religious thing. Like that paper should be put up.
But that doesn't test like whether or not you know how to do the multiplying.
It's part of it. It's part of the whole thing.
Well, it's not because it.
That's like saying I designed a bridge, and I know all the people died, but like, dude, I calculated my moments of inertia right. I just used the wrong cement. Or I used two types of metals together when I know that I should not. Why do you never attach two types of metal that are different?
They hate each other.
Why do you never use, let's say, an iron screw with, let's say, a copper?
Is it anecdote or a joke?
bolts? This is serious.
Oh, okay.
Why? Why? They don't. Who said they don't mix? They don't mix. I like that. Why?
They're not chill.
They're not chill? I'll help you out. R. E.
Rust.
Yeah, well, I was going to say redox, but rust. Why rust?
Because like,
So if copper does
like
rust,
oxygen,
then rust.
oxygen. Like,
Huh?
like oxygen is oxygen.
Actually, with copper, depending on the potential, it may be fine with copper. It depends on the other metal you use with the copper. Because they have different electrochemical potential, they have different affinity for the electrons, right? For electrons in general. So what that means is, one of them is going to get reduced, right? Meaning it's going to steal electrons from the other. And the other one is going to lose electrons, meaning it's going to get rusted. So you always use, if you're fastening two pieces of metal together, you always want to use the same metal. Yes, and
So-
that's why your bridge collapsed, Arash. What am I talking about?
So like, what if they like they did the right formula and they got different numbers so they thought there was a connection between C.
Oh god, yeah, the marking. Okay, if they made Arash's move, take off a mark. This is a quiz, man.
No, I'm not saying.
Okay,
anything.
fine,
Why
I
are
just-
you getting so like?
Defensive? Because I felt it coming.
You're getting defensive.
No, I'm just asking.
No, he's right. I'm getting
You gave me a
defensive.
bridge example. You gave me like a lecture, and then when Jordan asked a question, you redirected it back to me. I'm all good.
I take it back. You're welcome.
Just for that, you gotta give me the mark though. You know.
I thought you were going to say just for that you have to buy me lunch again.
That's
My wife was looking at our finances the other day. She's like, we got to cut back on spending. Where's it all gone? And like we started thinking about stuff that we were doing. Like, yeah, we've been spending a lot of dough at farmers markets, this, that. And then part of my mind was just like, lunch is for Arash. But, no, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, I told her at the beginning of the year. Yeah. His lunch is costing nothing. Okay.
oh, okay. And then in that case, I'd like some more.
In that case, you'd like to renegotiate?
Of course.
You're being greedy?
Can't renegotiate.
Not renegotiate.
I'm going to take this camera, turn it around, and get everybody. If you renegotiate, you get a special test on Wednesday.
What's the special thing?
You'll get a test with your name on it. Everybody else's test will they write their name on theirs. Your name will already be written on
I
yours.
saved an extra 5 seconds.
You want that? You would save an extra 5 seconds.
For how many lunches will you give me to test?
How about exam? Final exam. I'll give
crazy?
you.
No, that's
I'll give you 5 free lunches
No, it's not
if
worth
I
it.
can write a special final exam for you.
No, it's not worth it. I'll do a test.
Exam?
But not an exam.
Might-
That's crazy.
might be
It's
easier.
crazy. I need
Might be
more.
easier. Okay, let's move. So, if they made the mistake that Arash made, it's a 2 out of 3. If they did like only that, it's give them 1.5. If they just did a cubed, give them like 1.5. If they did anything else, give them 1. Yes.
Would it be different if I remember I went like a cubed plus a squared plus a, right? Wouldn't that give you a different?
No. Addition for matrices. Does the matter of addition to matrices is the order? No. For addition, but does multiplication? Does the order matter for multiplication? Yes. The order of multiplication matters. Okay, next. This is the last question. Okay, Arsh.
No, it's not. It's just that he said that. Let's take for example this connection.
You got 6
Oh
minutes.
my God, I'm not drawing this. Are you kidding me?
It's okay, we all have
Just say it.
Just say 3.
Just say the answers.
It's 3. It's 3, but does anybody need me to take them through it?
I need to ask you something. If the question is out of 3 marks and they didn't put 3, is
Yeah,
it 0?
Oh, but can you clearly, look, I didn't either. Can you clearly ascertain that, did they fill it in?
Yeah.
And did the maximum number you ever see occurring in here, was that maximum number 3?
No, like they got the wrong answer because they filled it in.
By the way, here, is it filming? Just get this down. Tell me which way to move.
That's perfect.
It's not legit.
You want to commentate a bit, sir?
I can't commentate. Either I do it or I don't do it. The only thing I'll mention over here, you'll notice this little island. I used a 3 there and a 3 there because that was a tangential connection. It's like a point. So we don't consider that a border, right? By definition. Okay, that's good. How am I going to mark this?
Yeah.
We'll be generous on this one. This will be the gimme one. If they got 3, give them 3 marks. If they did anything else, you can give them 2.
This is the one? Yeah, this is the one, yeah.
Right, of course. How many people have a paper in front of them with a 3? Yeah. I know. Good. Okay, so I think it's out of 25. Let's double check. 4, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 17, 20. What the hell? I can't add, man. 4, 5, 7. 25. Okay. So, here's what you do. You tally the whole thing. I want a mark written on the upper, a final mark written, don't screw this up, I'm going to get mad. Arya. Final mark written on the upper right-hand corner of the quiz. And you also sign your name next to the mark on that person's quiz. And you date. You write down today's date next to your signature, which is?
What do we say it was? September 23rd.
September 23rd. It's out of 25. So the mark on the upper right-hand corner, out of 25. Your signature next to the mark, and September 23rd, 11. Got it? Like I just did on the board. And then I will collect.
Can we see our thing? Or?
Your quizzes?
Yeah.
We'll see how much time. I think so.